Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Empirical Sword, where science plus gaming equals awesome. I'm Lawmaster DLC79, and this is Pyre. And we just participated in a Liberation Rite against the Chastity. And Mr. Cheaty Pants cheated his way to winning again. Well, Edwin did not go free. So we are still however many we are. And I'm going to be talking to people in here and then continue on the journey to wherever. But first, I should mention that my little catchphrase on this channel is school doesn't teach. It is our responsibility to take our education into our own hands. Think of it like educational supplements. You know, school doesn't properly prepare people for life like it should, so we need to supplement our education. So I like to drop little nuggets of wisdom into these videos as educational supplements. And the little nugget of wisdom for this video is actually something I really enjoy about this game. Life is about choice. It's all about what you choose. What do you choose to do? Every choice has consequences. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. And you just gotta live with it. So let's go in here and see how everybody feels about losing. Oh, wait, we gotta read, Bling! Multicolor face! Okay, so we did that. Okay, let's... Okay, that's bio info in there. Okay, let's talk to Hedwin. You can tell something is troubling Hedwin from the moment you approach. You're not the only one either. Looks like the case of a broken heart to me there, reader, darling. Trust me on that one. Hedwin overhears. It's nothing. I think all the travel's catching up with me is all. You don't make much of a liar, Hedwin, darling. Now then, let's have her name. Or his? That obvious, is it? That obvious. Now go on. Edwin hesitates a while, then. Her name was Fikani. Fikani? Why, that's a harp name! Yes, she's from the mountains, same as you. You don't mean Fikani Shang, do you? What? Who? Eh? We feared her loss in the gorge. What? You know her? Come on, Hedwin. How many of us harps do you think there are? Your Commonwealth has been rather successful scouring my people from our world. But yes, Fikani Shang and I had spent some time together in the past, flown a few sorties. Now that is. We were in different units, though. She was reconnaissance, if I recall. She said as much to me, but what happened to her when you were sentenced? It was about a year after me, wasn't it? So maybe she was alive and well when I last saw her. Got back from the gorge with a few scrapes and some good information. Granted, that was several years ago. Who knows what could happen since? Though I must say, she never mentioned you. I'm impressed she managed to keep secret your relationship. She could have gotten herself into some real trouble. You keep her secret too, please. Oh, don't worry about me. Down here, I'm in no position to betray any more of my people. And besides, I like Fikani. You're not bad either. Well, this is rather sweet. Hedwin just stares at her. I'm sorry, Hedwin. I wasn't trying to make light. I wish I could tell you more about her, though. I think that you must know her better than I do. Yeah, look, I'm sorry, too. I didn't mean to get on your case about it. It's just, I don't like to talk about it much. It's a lot to have to explain. Oh, I understand completely. So, then, now that the awkward introductions are out of the way, could you tell me any more about what she was like? Well, let's see. They continue talking for some time about Fikani, and about how such a relationship would have been seen in both the High Wing Remnants and the Commonwealth. For Hedwin, just knowing that Fikani still lives, or at least that she was alive after his exile, lifts his spirits. Anyhow, if you get out of here, I get out of here, let's see her out. If I go first, I'll let her know that you're in one piece and thinking of her still. Thanks, Mamitha. That means a lot. Don't mention it. As the conversation winds down, they bid you and each other good evening and go to their separate ways. Okay. And continue on the journey. So I guess go to the Moonligh Alcove. Okay. You once again find yourself amid the serene walkways of Moonligh Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. Okay, I guess. Well, anything new in here? Well, I mean, there's that, but after the recording session. So who's? Okay, so the chastity is off the list now. I think? Question mark. I don't know. Okay, so bide your time. We've returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable, such as you can. We're at the mercy of the stars, but I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss. That is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountain, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine. The plan of which you are all a part is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the Liberation Rite, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Volfred requests that everybody convene. You understand he has an announcement of some sort. Soon everybody assembled, and Volfred regards the group. Chapter revealed. Everyone, there's an aspect of our plan which I have not talked about with you at length. Look around you. Look around at your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a moment in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, and all of us. I see in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from the different tribes which will later form our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say desire, such as a course. Together, they created all the ceremony of which we are now a part. The exiles, liberated through their rite, went on to found the Commonwealth based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we're all united on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see what we reflect, that we reflect, the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative on behalf of the Molten Millith. And I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. Bertrude? It is my pleasure to introduce you to a dear old friend of mine whom I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller called Big Bertrude utters something guttural by way of greeting. We ought to understand that ye require further aid from us. Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. I still forgot to turn off Steam notifications. Bertrude here is far away from the most accomplished alchemist whom I have ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles each in turn. We frighten ye, apparent. Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions. Then tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them. She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now that the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Bertrude joined the group. You sense her powerful presence. Welcome her aboard! Now then, my girl, perhaps you noticed that the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains, meaning it is time that we got back to business. Indeed, once more, several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. Start themselves away. Choose the path. Black hole. Esta. Jamur. Hole. What's this again? Well, our probability of success increased. So, did I miss my chance to beat them? Because there's an achievement for beating all of these people. I don't know. Okay, so, no. Who's here? Those people. The withdrawn. I don't like them. Here we have the essence. And here we have the tempers. I guess here, maybe? Question mark. I mean, I don't like any of the triumvirates that are up. So I guess here. Yeah, the angry lava unicorn. I was not in any hurry across the paths with the middle of the A again. Turns out she's even worse than I thought, depending on how superstitious you are. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Which Moonligh, one of the bog dwellers and head of the withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of the Islach, the Astraborn, than in the Rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Islach, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But the Moonligh held that Islach is merely dormant and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then at last Islach could return to his glorious home, and Moonligh would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Moonligh in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Islach's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. I don't know if we can stop whatever she's up to, but prevailing against her in the Rites should slow her down at least. Anyway, good luck getting to sleep. See you in the morning. You bid Hedwyn a restful night, in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward to come daylight. Oh, but I got a thing to read. And somebody to talk to. I do the reading first. Bling! Okay, I think I did all the reading. No, it's still shiny? Bling! Okay, is that it? It's still shiny. Bling! Is that it? It's still shiny. Is this all the pages? It's still shiny! Bling! Any more? Bling! That I didn't get a bling. Now I did get a bling. No bling? Bling! Okay, is that all the pages? Yes, finally. Okay, which lady? You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change. Such clutter added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in the flagging hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of a bog crone of the southern bogs can induce paralysis. Or worse. So, that one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wished to witness for ourselves. Well, I just did some reading for you. Right there in front of you. Thy flesh has been but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, for someone else has joined you. Here, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rotten gizzard extracted among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. Is it possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here? If you would care to accompany me, we may procure some. That will be agreeable with us. Then after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Why he nod at me? Oh, we got thingies over here. Bertrude's decks, unusual etched cards depicting the greater titans, probably for curses and enchantments. Whoa! I clicked one and things went all purple. Okay, I remember what happened with the Rookie and the Bell. I don't want to invoke her wrath. I definitely don't want to invoke her wrath. So, continue the journey. You rise early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust your stay has been not too uncomfortable? Nay, Sandalwood. The comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with all of this. The reader here shall do so, once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. Okay, take off. And we go this way. The unmistakable remains of Skilvias Roshead, which protrude from the ash of fire, are below. Some have taken it to be a work of sculpture. The tale of a titan felled by Saint Triesta Tethys. That is more unbelievable than they thought. That some daring exiles over many years carved the titan's visage into stone. Be that as it may, the climate and the cliffs are home now to exiled hearts. Such is the essence whom you faced here when you first arrived. Even they do not know of the locale sacred significance. Where am I supposed to... Oh, Black Shore or Highwing Cove. Highwing Cove. Sir Gilman believes the conditions here are right to trade in the ways of the Sea Dominion. Ray senses the presence of the scribes along this route. Are there any others? Can't go that way. What's over here? It's the Glade of Lou. So, the Way of the Sea Dominion. What is that? I gotta know. How much time do I have left? Your wagon touches down in Black Basin, where you first met Volfred and Pamitha as well. I first met Volfred here? I thought I met him over there. You briefly wonder at what might have happened had your paths not crossed, as you consider what to do with the remains of the afternoon. Judge the sparring contest. Or we could go in here and talk. Oh, and read. Bling! Okay, so are we done with the book yet? I mean, it's getting pretty full, I think, right? How many pages are there? Okay, speak to this guy. Volfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel at how absurd all of this is, my girl. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I can discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? With all the fuss? Truth is, all let's go that. Must be not quite like it. Yeah, I mean, there's not exactly a book like it, so I think I want to go with this one. You tell Volfred the book has fascinated you and that you have never seen anything quite like it. He nods slowly as you describe your experience with it. I share the sentiment. To have in our possession a genuine artifact from a forgotten time. How much of it is exactly true, and how much of it describes retelling of events? I find it endlessly fascinating to consider, I must admit. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It's amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. And the ideas they're contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows the existence of this book despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in here, written plain. How fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me for my extracurricular interest in his teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let's be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Oh, there's a thing up here? Magma Mug provides a bit of warmth on cold nights and something at which to nod and stare. Yep, we're nodding. We're nodding and staring. Okay, it is super crowded in here. Okay, so I guess we're judging the sparring contest. Who among you has the wherewithal to face this knight? Being in the monolithic stonework of Highwing Cove makes this the perfect time for a quick jousting competition, Sir Gilman says. He just needs a partner. One of your companions steps forward. I got your number, chub. Nobody's quicker than old Rookie Greentail. And this Sir Gilman launches into a litany of instruction detailing the specific methods of Sea Dominion ceremonial combat. At last, the two competitors take their position and then rush toward one another. They collide, then flail away, trading blow for blow. It all seems rather senseless. When at last they stop and catch their breath, Sir Gilman approaches you. This knight would have you choose the victor of this bout, Master Reader, who prevailed. You have no idea how to evaluate what you just saw, but think it best to humor them. Who won the jousting between Sir Gilman and Rookie? Tried best for his psyche to be crowned the victor here. Perhaps what Sir Gilman needs is the sense that he has a worthy opponent. The true winner of this joust was you for having witnessed such a ludicrous exchange. Yep. That sounds like something I would say. You declare the outcome of this just to be a perfect tie. Sir Gilman stares at you for a moment. Yeah, he looks... yeah. Indeed, a most wise estimation, like always! Rookie congratulates him on an honorable fight. Sir Gilman and Rookie gain +2 quickness for the next rite. Salute the jousters! Okay, anybody in here to talk? Nope, okay. So continue the... How much time do I have left now? Mere seconds. Okay, so... we're gonna continue the journey. To the nest of Triesta. Very slowly. Okay, page revealed, the nest of Triesta. And the slug market. And I have nothing to sell and I have no gold. He looks angry, but let's read. Bling! Okay, we took care of that. Okay, what's on your mind? Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you are hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyway, for whatever reason. Exile is too light a sentence for this night! He notices you then and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble Master Arita. What brings you to this night this afternoon? Sir Gilman is attempting to make small talk. Is everything alright? You maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected. Words, they're hard. But then... Master Arita, this night cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear him. Then you have this night's apologies ahead of time for burdening you with further his troubles. Having said that, here then are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. This knight stood there on the front lines whilst the high-wing remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely made a very easy target. There, that eve. One by one, then two by two they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them shrieking with laughter all the while. This night he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain, even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to pursue and to detain his old knight commander, whom you met when you first met this knight. That cursed Sir Deluge. If not for his craven cowardice in the Spiral Sanctum, it might have held at least a while longer. But instead we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and in deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee as our chain of command crumbled. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. Thus came the time for penance, and this knight, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. Excuse me, I had to catch my breath a minute and rest my voice. And as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus this knight became obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters in the Sea of Solars, where soon we met the pirates, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal in Sir Deluge. They thought he could provide it, the leadership they sought, and this was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being of the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. When he encountered you and the Nightwings, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose, and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he was spared that day not merely by coincidence. Perhaps under King Ores yet has plans in store in which this knight may play a part. This night he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him for now, since he feels relieved at having shared all this. Bio roster updated. Voice worn out. Let's pop in over at the slug market and see things. Hey guys, always nice to see some more customers because, I don't always get to see too much around here. And sometimes it gets kind of lonely here, I guess. I can't buy things because I have no gold, and I can't sell things to get gold because I don't have things. I don't have things. I don't have things. Well, see you guys around. How do you... I mean, I've not gotten any loot opportunities, or at least I don't think I have. Anyway, don't forget to leave some feedbacks down in the comments section, letting me know what I should improve upon and things like that, as the feedbacks are necessary for the improvings. And as always, remember that gaming is an intellectual exercise. Just as athletes need to stay in shape, so do intellectuals. And gaming is one of the ways in which we can do that, as it helps us to hone our problem-solving skills. And if that sounds like something that interests you, you would like to see more of, or you would like to support, then hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well, so you can be notified whenever I drop a new video like this. And in the next episode, we're going to commence the rite. And hopefully I will have a better voice. Seriously, had I known he was going to be a recurring character, I would have chosen an easier voice to do for him. But I'm stuck. Well, yeah, we're going to do that in the next episode, and I will see you then.